Well, hey there, rock stars. Sarah Rockin' Robbins here, coming to you live for another network marketing tip of the day. Before we get started, let's go ahead and get acquainted. If you don't mind, shout out below who you are and where you're tuning in from. And if it is your first time watching, guys, please click a number 1 in the comments so I can warmly welcome you. And don't forget, you can click the share button to share this on a team page for a little watch party, or in the inbox with a team member or friend. As always, the more who know, the greater your team will grow. All right, guys, how is everybody doing today? It's so good to see you and hear you after a little Facebook outage, which we're going to talk a little bit about today. But as you introduce yourself, I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself. Who am I? I am Sarah Robbins. I'm a former kindergarten teacher turned one of network marketing's very top leaders. We have $1 billion year sales team, and I teach you how I did it in my best-selling book, Rock Your Network Marketing Business, which you can find hard copy, Kindle, or audio read by me on Amazon. If you do want bulk discounts for your team, they make great welcome gifts or congratulation gifts. You can write inside "You Rock" or "Future Rock Star." You can get those discounts on my website at sarahrobbins.com. Sarah with an H, Robbins with 2 B's.com, and click on the store for that and some really great classes. Also, you will find there my network marketing university that works for all companies, all products. It's my 7-figure success system that arguably has created more multimillionaires than most. You can also go to rockstarrecruitingschool.com and learn more about that, the rockstarrecruitingschool.com. But you can also find it right on my website at sarahrobbins.com. All right, guys, we're going to share with you a really fun and free tip today, actually 10 tips for going live and doing network marketing virtual events. Now, it's kind of funny because as you guys may have known, unless you were like, living under a rock today, Facebook and Instagram are down. So first and foremost, let me just tell you this. You've always got to have a backup plan. I've learned this for virtual events past. I'll never forget when I was hosting a Facebook event. It would be similar if you were hosting one tonight. My primary platform was going to be Facebook. Thousands of people were waiting to watch. And unfortunately, at that time, Facebook was down. And there's been several times there's been those outages. So first and foremost, I just want to say a little bonus tip for you. There's some great platforms leveraging technology like Zoom, and they'll walk you through a little demo. But it's great because it will allow you, and I'm not going to get into the technicality of this today, but it will allow you basically to host an event on Zoom, to stream into Facebook, but to also have an actual link people can watch online, or a telephone number they could dial in as a backup, let's say if Facebook's ever down. So actually do that for my team calls. I do those every week, and I tell them we're going live on the team Facebook page. But as a backup, if ever Facebook's not working, that they can dial in, that they can click on the link. So I'm giving them several different options too. So that's just a little bonus tip for you. Before I get into my 10 top tips for today, try saying that 10 times fast. I'm going to share with you real quickly that on July 11th, we're actually doing an event. I'm going to post the link below actually right now for network marketers. Doesn't matter your company, doesn't matter your product, doesn't matter what level you are in the business or in social media. But if you're aware of really what's happening with today's trends and how people buy and how people receive information, virtual events are the most powerful thing that you can do and add into your business in addition to your live events. So on July 11th, I'm hosting a class for network marketers. You can find all the details on sarahrobbins.com on the store. It's called Virtual Events for Network Marketing, and you can sign up there or check out the link below. We're going to touch on Instagram and Instagram events, Facebook and Facebook events. The majority of leads I have actually generated online. I teach you that in my social media that sells class, but this is kind of part 2 of that class, all on how to do online events. It's going to rock. I'll tell you more about this at the end, but first let's get to today's free training. All right, so 10 top tips to go live to do virtual events for your network marketing business. Number 1, I cannot recommend enough to get good lighting. So here's the thing, you guys, as you can see behind me, otherwise if you don't have some of these things, it's super distracting and won't produce a very high quality event. but it doesn't have to cost you a lot of money. But as you can see behind me today, there's a light that's actually coming in from behind, and otherwise if I didn't have this cool light here, as you could see, it would cast a shadow. You can barely see me. So I've got this fun little light. You can get a ring light. They've got like those diva lights, whatever. I have one that just sits on my desk that will illuminate light on me no matter the time of day. This way, it's bright, it's brilliant, right? The quality's super good. We shine, right? So get good lighting, and of course, make sure your audio's good too. The second thing is, if you're gonna be using your phone, get a stand, no shaky hand. So either stack up your phone on some books, get a little stand that you can hook onto, because of course, it's quite the distraction when you've got a shaky cameraman, right? AKA yourself. The third quick tip of 10 is to go horizontal versus vertical. This is a big one. Why do you want to not shoot it this way? Well, because you want to view it horizontal, just like you're viewing today. That's actually how most people view TV, right? Well, not most people. I think all people view TV. So make sure whenever you shoot the videos that you go horizontal. That's what our brains and our eyes are used to connecting to. All right, speaking of connecting, tip number 4, connect on the dot. So if you can see right now, I'm actually looking at the little dot on my computer screen. You might do it on your camera, but notice if I'm looking down at notes and I'm talking like this and I never look up to talk to you, that's super impersonal, right? So I'm gonna take my eyes back up to the camera, even though I've got my notes right here, okay? So you'll see me look back and forth a little bit, but that eye connection, right? That we're seeing each other eye to eye is super important. It makes it more personable, especially when you're doing a sales presentation. All right, tip number 5 is to create a catchy theme or a title. Here's the thing, guys. I want you to create events online that you would want to be a part of. So I've done some for my team because we're skincare. We've done virtual beauty bashes with designer giveaways, and we tell people no purchase necessary. We've also done some themed events like Calling All Educators, where teachers present and we prospect other teachers. Now would be the perfect time of year to do that, right? Because they're off for school and for the summer. I'm a former teacher, right? Teachers are great at this business. So create catchy titles or themes and make it something super engaging that people want to be a part of. Number 6, kind of touched on this a little bit, is incorporate giveaways. So again, we do designer giveaways where all of the leaders on our team will donate some prizes, and it doesn't have to be expensive. Little, Kate Spade earrings or little Tory Burch, something or other, just fun little things. And we tell people no purchase necessary, just, be on live in order to win. You could also do giveaways of your company product too. So it's a great way just to get people on. Number 7, be a giver of great value. Here's the thing. You want to educate. You want to engage. You want to entertain. So that's the biggest piece, right? That people come and they feel like they got something great from your presentation. I don't know if I said that was number 7 or number 8, but number 8 actually, and I think I might have messed it up there, is get sticky. Okay, so what does get sticky mean? This is one of my best tips. So I actually take, now on the back of my skincare products, I take a magic marker on my display products, and if I was holding them up to you and I was reading them off and I'm like, okay, so here's our skincare. I'm holding it up and I'm reading my notes right here, and you can't even see it because I've got the product in this case, right? I've got the product in front of me and I'm reading my notes off the back. Now, if you don't want to put any magic marker on your products, guess what you got to get? I'm going to grab it. Hey there, rock stars. I'm hearing myself on my phone. So here's what you got to get. You got to get these guys, little stickies, right? You can do some little notes on the back of your products as you're presenting. Hold it up and share it, right? Or a little $1 million tip for you. Put it right by, stick it right by your camera. So this way you're looking at your notes right by your camera up here and you're maintaining eye contact with the audience. You guys, I don't expect people, I mean, I've been in my company for 12 years. I still don't have everything about my products memorized. What I'll do, when I'm doing a product presentation, what I will do is I'll just write down some of the features and the benefits and the top things that I want to be sure that I touch on in regards to the product, or to keep track when I'm doing a presentation. You'll hear when I do the masterclass on July 11th, by the way, I posted the link in the comments. I don't do a 50, point post event. Those are just hard to track and they're no fun and they're not so engaging. I'm just being super honest. I'm gonna teach you how I do it via Facebook Live and Instagram Live. Okay. Next up, number 9, always give a call to action at the end and tell people what to do next. So I'll always, cue my team and say, okay, so here's what your consultant's gonna do next. They're gonna reach out and say 3 things. And I tell them exactly what they're gonna say when they reach out to a guest. And we also do some really cool gifts with purchase, gifts with enrollment. We make them time-bound or time-stamped. So we'll say, hey, you've got until the end of the weekend to be able to take advantage of these things. Your consultant will be reaching back out to you tonight. And number 10, solicit engagement. So when we do the class on the 11th, I'm going to teach you all of my engagement tips, basically how to keep your event from being stagnant, meaning you just talking and everybody's listening, or worse, they're like tuning out, but how to get people actually commenting through your entire event. I'll show you screenshots of mine, okay? So you're going to see thousands of comments because I actually tied the giveaway to their participation and engagement, and they have to be present at the end to win. So I'll teach you exactly how to do that. But here's the thing, guys, with everything, and especially with virtual events, practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. So here's what I recommend. Set up a test page or a test group before you do a live event. My mom and I did that when we first did our first virtual event. By the way, it was the #1 thing that I added to our business in the past few years, honestly. It allowed us to scale and grow in new areas and communities, new markets as well. Millennials are all online. But we did a little test page and it was hilarious. We were laughing so hard we almost peed our pants. I mean, I'm just being honest. But we were in there and we're like pressing the go live button and we're talking to each other. I mean, we were just having a great old time. Here's the thing, guys, it's all about getting it done. So perfectionism equals procrastination. Perfectionism equals procrastination. Since then we've learned how to do it really well. So here's the thing, guys, you can either put the, virtual events, that's too hard, and put in the that's too hard box, or say, in order to remain relevant, I'm going to become a student of virtual events because I realize it's going to be a great way to scale and grow, to reach new markets, all from the comfort of my home. But also millennials, the largest consumer group coming up today, they are your future team and your future leaders too. So I want to invite you guys to the training that I wish that I always had, and I shared with you that I'd say a little bit about it at the end of the free training on July 11th. And by the way, if you can't make it live, that's okay. There's going to be a replay. I'm posting a link in the comments. You can also find it on the store at sarahrobbins.com, virtual events. This is the training I wish I always had. We're going to walk you through specifically. When I say we, it's myself and my sister, who's one of the fastest growing millennial leaders in network marketing today. She does most of her stuff on Instagram. I do most of my stuff on Facebook. So we said, hey, best of both worlds. Let's crush online events. Let's teach them how to do both, how to leverage other technology like Zoom, which I referenced earlier today in case Facebook goes down or Instagram goes down, but also too, how to stream your live events both locally and virtually simultaneously. So maybe you are a fan of the good old fashioned events, which we'll always do. They're always timeless, but you're thinking, man, I wish I could reach that person that was in California or Florida, or maybe my neighbor who couldn't come and she wants to rock the replay. We're going to teach you specifically how beginning, middle to end, on how to absolutely rock virtual events and take your business to the next level. So if you check out the link, there's more details. It is limited seating. We're selling out of this one. Anytime we talk social media, the social media that sells, it was our #1 seller. You can still get it on my site on sarahrobbins.com, or it is actually a part of my network marketing university. But that one was our #1 seller. This one's selling out super fast. So if you want to take a part of it, scoop yours up before the holiday, okay? And we will see you guys there. It's going to be an absolutely great time. All right, so I want to hear from you guys now. Tell me below what questions you have. Tell me below your best practices and takeaways. And don't forget, when you're down there, that you click the share button, you share this on a team page or in the inbox with a friend, because as always, the more who know, the greater your team will grow. Who am I going to see on July 11th? Give me a shout. All right, guys, have a great day. God bless. A great holiday as well. And goodbye for now. Rock on, rock stars. We will talk to you real soon.